Yo, what's going on everybody? I am the Lone Wolf and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we have seasons on and of course we have the snowy Geo on. I mean, isn't this so awesome? Of course, it is Christmas Day at the time, or Christmas Eve at the time of this video being uploaded. So of course I had to make a video in the snow. This is a two-part video built into one. First part of the video, we're going to be looking at all the stuff in front of you, and then second part of the video, we're going to start looking at buildings that are in game. So there's going to be a break in the video just so I can get it all set up and then get over to the area where everything is placed. So let us do once again our normal thing and get rid of the telehandler and fall out of the sky. And let's hop back here and look at our first thing. And by the way, guys, just to inform you, this is not an in-game thing. I just wanted to put it in there just because of course, it is a very important thing in-game when you have seasons on. Alright, so these are big bags. Anything that has the, like the burlap bag surrounded by this metal bracket, that is a big bag. This entire bag is filled with whatever is shown on the package. So this is pig food. This is grade A pig food. So that is so cute how the pig is licking its lips. It is very yummy food for pigs. But this is the stuff that you would put into the pig pen when you don't have the proper food for it. This is kind of like a food substitute for your pigs and sows, of course. Because, like, sometimes you can't, you may not have corn, you may not have soybeans, you may not have silage, you may not have all the stuff that you need. Or let's just look at that. Let's go into here and go into the help menu and go down to animals. Pigs. Food. You need corn, wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, soybeans, potatoes, and sugar beets. So, as you can see, you have a lot of stuff that you need to give pigs for them to be completely healthy. And this is a substitute. So if you do not have all of that, you can put this into the pen instead. Moving on, we have horse chow, or horse food. This, as you can see, is literally just oats. It's literally, you can just buy oats from a shop just so you can have oats if you have not grown them. This is just as with the pig food, you just put it into the horse stable if you do not have the things you need. Now we move on to a third thing just like that. This is premium chicken feed. This is literally just wheat. As you can see on the side there, it's got the wheat icon right there. And you can see it's got a nice chicken. This is probably one of my favorite big bags. Now, the Pioneer is definitely my favorite just because I am a Pioneer person. I love Pioneer seeds. I love Pioneer design, logo, and everything. But yeah, this is the wheat. This is what you would put into the chicken coop just so you can have that. And if you have not grown wheat. And also, I did call that a pig pen. It would be called a pig sty, horse stable, and chicken coop. But yeah, now this is the seed big bag. Now this is very important. This is what you would buy. This is almost essential. If you buy this, that is what you put into your planter so you can get seed into the ground. So obviously, if you can afford buying this, and if you're buying this, that means you would not have to buy these because of the fact that you could easily just grow them with that. Now, seeds. This is a, let's see, a 1,000 liter, I believe. Yes, all of these are 1,000 liters. The pig food bag is $1,000. The oat bag is, or horse food bag is $1,400. The wheat bag, or the chicken food, is $1,500. The seed bag is $900. Now, we move on to Eco 17 solid fertilizer, and what is the code down there? RV17 9378 232 1223. So that is must be like the nitrogen or just fertilization code for this. Now this, if you have a planter or a seeder that supports it, you put both seed and solid fertilizer, and sometimes there's some high-tech or newer seeders that you would put seed and liquid fertilizer, but we will get to liquid fertilizer later on. Now, This one is no, not cheap. It is 1,000 liters and it is $1,920. It is the most expensive big bag in the game. Then we move on to the last big bag that is technically in game. This is the lime bag, and as you can see, most of these are all that darker burlap color or fabric color. This one's all white. It's probably because it's being stained by the white color of the lime. Now this is a very special thing. Lime is a nitrogen compound that helps you give new nutrients to the soil if they have not been limed in a while. Now, you will know this if you look in the map. You can see here's the map for you. And if you go into the fruit types, you can go over to oh, it does not show that anymore. Where is it? There used to be something. I guess it does not show. Oh, there we go. That would be the things that need lime if it's white. So obviously it does not need that. So we can just turn off the plowing and let's see. But yeah, I have the precision farming DLC, so it does not actually show it, but it used to be weed, fertilized, needs plowing, and needs lime. Needs lime would show up as a white field. It would be the, if you look next to the bottom See Precision Farming icon in the filters, you will see that it's that light creamish white color. Now that would be showing that the field needs lime. Now, the last big bag is one that you do not find in game. You have to download the Bower Snow Pack. This is the road salt bag. As you can see, it's got the snowflake there. It's got the little salt icon there, and that is for spreading salt. You can put this into a fertilizer spreader or anything like that, and it will help you with getting rid of small layers of snow. I will tell you, you need a snowplow for deep layers of snow. Now, like, see that snow out there? That's actually pretty deep. That's probably about maybe 8 inches to a foot, maybe a little bit more. Salt will not get rid of that. Only the top layers of snow, like if it's this a really short layer, like a dusting on the ground, will salt get rid of. And speaking of, just today at work, at the time of this recording, which would be the day before Christmas Eve, I was actually working on a salt spreader at work. And then last week, I was actually working on an even bigger salt spreader, which was a total piece of crap. No offense, Cole. Now we move on to pallets. These 6 items here are pallets. We've got the 2 tanks, and then we've got the 3 boxes, and then the 1 salt pallet with bags. These 2 here are the Cortiva Agri-Science pallet tanks. Here we got liquid fertilizer, and here we've got herbicide. Liquid fertilizer is just like solid fertilizer. You'd put it into a planter if it takes it. Like some planters, like the modded John Deere DB60, which came to consoles a little while back, that uses liquid fertilizer. If you try and put solid fertilizer into it, it will not work. Liquid fertilizer is where to go. Now, if you watched my video on custom modding's 4940 sprayer, John Deere sprayer, that would be most likely what you are using this for. You can use it for liquid fertilizer, but the planters that I always use are the DB60, so that would be the fertilization for it. Now this is getting rid of weeds. You'd put this into a sprayer, and that herbicide, along with weeders, is the way to get rid of weeds. Get rid of weeds, yeah. So yeah, these are the 2 tanks. These, I will give you the prices. The lime bag was only 450 bucks, so it's actually pretty cheap. It better be cheap for how fast lime runs out. It's 2,000 liters. 2,000, oh yeah, the road salt bag is $1,920, but it's 4,000 liters, so it's actually pretty good. Pallets, however, the 2,000 liter fertilizer tank is $3,200, and the 2,000 liter herbicide tank is $2,400. Now, this is my favorite pallet because of course, the fact that it is a pallet of a lot of Pioneer seed bags. This is a alternative of getting a big bag. You can just set this right next to a planter, and then you can load up the planter with, of course, the seeds that are in here. And the cool thing is about this, as you're filling it, each bag will individually disappear, going down layer by layer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, until it is done. And once it has gotten rid of all the bags, the pallet will disappear. The seed pallet is 2,100 liters of seed, and it is $1,890. This here is a tree pallet. This is just tree saplings. You can see they are actually quite cute for how small they are. I mean, isn't that cute? They're barely, they're a little bit taller than me, and you got all the dirt and soil down there, so you can keep them alive before you plant them. Now, this is what you would load into a tree planter, the thing that I showed you in the forestry section of the in-game garage. This is 20 pieces. There's 20 trees in here, and it is $1,000 per pallet. Now, these are billet pallets. Billet is B-I-L-L-I-T-T. Billets. These are poplar. You can see the little poplar things. These grow a lot of things. I will tell you that if you have a huge farm with a lot of equipment and a lot of fields that already have a lot of growth in them, do not grow poplar. It will lag your PS4 or a console or even your PC like crazy. I remember watching a video from Clutch Simulations. Go subscribe to Clutch. He was planting poplar, and he just looks. He turns his character at the poplar, and it's like 4 frames per second. It's just like click, click, click. It's just so slow. Now, this is a sugarcane pallet. You can see the little canes that are in there. You plant these to grow, obviously, extra sugarcane. This is put into a sugarcane planter, while this is put back into a tree planter. And sugarcane is a lot easier on your performance of your console, but it is very hard to harvest. Now, both of these are pretty similar. They're $280 a pallet and 2,000 liters. Just obviously, the aesthetic of the design is a lot different. This is very bunched up. This is very organized. Now we move on to our last section before we move on to buildings. We've got bales. Here we've got, look at these. These are so cool. A stack of 8 straw, 8 hay, square bales, 8 straw, and 8 hay round bales. Now, these all vary. You can buy them in sections of varying from 1 to 8 bales. Okay, so you got the square bale straw. It's $650 a bale, 4,000 liters a bale, and you can buy up to 2 for extra 650, 1,300, 1,950, 2,600, 3,250, 3,900, and 4,550. So $5,200 total dollars for 6 square bale or 8 square bales. That is a lot of money. The hay bales are exactly the same. They're just colored a little bit different. Same prices and everything. As you can see, the wheat bales or straw is a lot lighter compared to this. This looks a little bit more wet. Looks like it's a lot more moisture in it. Same with the hay and straw of round bales. You've got straw, hay. The hay is a lot darker. These are a little bit different, I believe. Yes, the bales are insanely priced. $650 a bale, just like the square bales. In real life, an average is 65 bucks a bale. So a lot of the times when I'm playing this, I always say that the bales are priced at minus the zero, so it's $65 a bale. Silage bales are $220, and of course for 8 it would be $520. Looks a little bit cheap. It looks like a low amount, but still. But yeah, same pricing for all of these for 8, $5,200 for 8 straw bales, $5,200 for 8 hay bales. Now, silage bales are a lot different. These are very diverse too. You can get silage bales wrapped in 4 different colors of foil. You can have white, you can have black, you can have this, I'm going to say pink, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, and this greenish tan cream color. Now, these are very expensive. They're in-game. They're $2,200 a bale, 4,000 liters. So that makes it $17,600 per bale, or per 8 bales. Now, you can see there's black, the pink, cream, and then, of course, white, and then that's the 8 bales. So, that is the first section of this episode. I will see you in just a second while we go to the area where the buildings are. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be heading up to the buildings and structures. I just had to drive this. This is actually my first commentary I've had on this truck. The first video I made of it was actually a non-commentary video, and this truck is amazing. I got the spike lugs on it. That is absolutely awesome. Got the Aussie bumper, straight pipes, short intakes, dual quad tanks. I mean, that is insane. Quad tanks, headache rack, everything, hitch PTO. But yeah, let's head out. No commentary for the drive up. You gotta listen. By the way, guys, I'm on console, so the TLX 2020 or TLX 9000 kind of sounds a little jankety when it's accelerating, but once it gets accelerating, it sounds really awesome. Let's head out. So here we are. We have arrived at the place where we have all the structures that are available in-game, except for the ones that are on Felsbrunn. I will tell you that. We do not have the Felsbrunn ones here. We will show that eventually down the road. I am sorry about that. I just do not want to put that into this video. I've kind of based everything on the Ravenport map, so I want to keep everything on Ravenport. So, let's start with, of course, the farmhouse. This is a very... It looks a little run down, which I kind of don't like, because, you know, you got paint peeling everywhere. You got some broken boards back there and underneath on the deck. Everything just looks worn. But inside, it looks quite nice. It looks quite classic, like an old farmhouse. You've got the TV in the corner. You got the old kitchen annex area. You got the bedrooms over here. You've probably got like a closet back there or something. You got a basketball, a bunch of stuff. It looks like somebody's just moving in here. This house is $180,000 when placed on completely flat ground. It is obviously ranges in price depending on if you place it on flat ground or if you place it on rough ground. And yeah, so it is very nice. I love it. I use this house quite a bit. Personally, this is one of my favorite features. This area back here, I usually use the landscape tool, which we'll be showing off in a eventual video. I usually block this off with like gravel, and then I use this as a parking spot for my truck. Because I usually have this side over here facing out toward the road, so then I use that to hide my vehicle so nobody comes and steals it. And of course, right off to the side of it, we've got an animal pen, but technically just a house. This is Maggie's place. How you doing, Maggie? Huh? And of course, with the dog, if you press certain buttons, you can... Come here. Come here. How you doing? How you doing? You can make it follow you. You can pet it, which is so adorable. Come here. And then, of course, if it comes close to you, you can say, go home. And it will run directly back to its doghouse no matter where it is. That's how smart this dog is. And, of course, you can feed the dog. It eats it quite fast, but... And now... Some people always get confused by this of how the ball works. Sometimes they just pick it up and throw it and they don't go, the dog doesn't go and get it. You have to have the dog in following you. You have to have it following you for it to work. Come here. Come here, pup. Come here. There you go. And you just crouch. Pick up the ball. Ready? It didn't work. What the heck? Supposed to go get the ball. What the heck? I must have done it wrong. I may have done it wrong. Yeah, I did it wrong probably. Here we go. Let's see if it'll work this time. There we go. What the heck did you do? He did it weird. There we go, and then it will bark at you too, so that's cute. Go and get it. Oh my goodness, this dog is being stubborn. Whatever. We can work on doing that once we do our series. Go home. So I can pick up your ball, and then you can actually go and fetch it. Alright, pup. Go get it. What the heck? It keeps messing up. Whatever. It must just be because I've modified the terrain way too much. But yeah, let's start up our TLX 9000 again. Set the cruise control for a little bit. Just put it down to maybe 15. Or 10. I'll just put it down to 10. And move up to the sheds. So here we've got the three easy sheds. We've got the open face awning, This is just a very simple one. You can see you just got the tin on the front and top and back, and then you've got the 5 supporting pillars. This one is a base price of, I believe, $9,000. Yes, $9,000, $10 a day maintenance. And obviously, every structure is dependent on where you place it. If you place it on flat ground, it's going to be its base price. If you place it on hilly ground or just rough terrain, it's going to be a lot more expensive. I think the most difference I ever had was with the farmhouse. I tried placing it closer to a hill, and it jumped from 180 all the way up to, I think, $250,000. So you can obviously go into a lot of holes in your pocket just from how you place a house. This is my personal favorite. This is the big machine shed. This is absolutely massive. I mean, you can literally fit an entire fleet's worth of equipment in this building. It is $22,000 base price with a $20 a day maintenance fee. Now this one I usually use for headers. I usually bring my combine around. I'll set my like 2 corn headers here, 2 bean headers on the other side. This is a very nice thing. It is $32,000. I don't know why it's more expensive. It makes no sense to me. But it has a $30 a day maintenance fee, and it is the last shed we're going to look at. Now let's move on to one of the big sections, silos. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you look at the top corner, it says dog is back at the doghouse. That means that you have gotten far enough away in a certain amount of time that the dog could not follow you anymore, so it went directly home. So now let's look at silos. This is the small silo. This is the more affordable silo for small-time farmers. This is the dump pit. You just place anything you want to store in the silo here, and then it will go through the pit into a funnel, and it will transfer up into here. And obviously when it is in there, it just drops down in there, and then you can fill it up on the other side. This is very affordable for a small-time farmer. It is $110,000 with a base, with a maintenance fee of $45 a day. It holds 100,000 liters of anywhere between barley, wheat, canola, corn, oats, sunflowers, and of course soybeans. In real life, obviously, if you have soybeans in here, you're only going to store soybeans in here. That's why a lot of farmers have so many silos, because they'll store all their soybeans in multiple bins, and then they'll store all their corn in multiple bins. So most medium-sized farmers have between like 4 and maybe 8 even bins just to store all their grain, especially if they have huge farms like 10,000 acres, 100,000 acres, 100,000 acres. You'd need like a really big facility. Now this is the less affordable but a lot more efficient silo. This is the large grain silo. This is 180,000. Technically it's more expensive, but I guess you'd think it would be a lot more efficient because it is only $70,000 more, but it holds 100,000 liters more. $60 a day maintenance fee, and obviously both silos can be attached with or used alongside these silo extensions. I don't like these things very much. I don't like the design much or anything. I guess I don't like the design as an extension. Now, if this thing right here was an actual silo in itself, that would be amazing. That would look really, really nice. And I think it would look a lot more realistic in size, because this looks really, really big. Or this one looks a lot more realistic to the size I'm used to. Now this is a $90,000 extension, holds 100,000 extra, so it's literally the same size as the regular grain silo, $25 a day maintenance fee. Very simple. Now this is the last one we'll look at before we move on to bunker silos, and we'll move the truck. We've got the hayloft. This is a very simple thing. I wish you could actually open the doors and look at hay inside and just put your small bales in there, but it is just a aesthetic feature. You take any hay that is loose and put it in here, and they'll be taken in with the blower. This blower actually looks very, very realistic and very cool. You'll take it in and it'll just throw everything into the place, and whenever you're ready to sell it or use it or give it to your sheep or whatever, you will just come and put your trailer right there, and it will fill it up through that chute. So yeah, let's move on. We will look at these first. These are the miscellaneous tools. We've got the pressure washer. We've got the workshop, the wood chipper, and the water tank. Now, the water tank is I think it's a purchase point, okay? The purchase point where you can find, if you buy a tank, you can put this on your ground and you can buy water from it, because obviously, how else are you going to get water if you don't have a water tank? Now, I did forget to buy something. Animal pens. I believe I forgot to buy something. Oh, nope, it is a mod that comes with seasons. I thought that water pump was a in-game thing, but no. That hayloft, by the way, I did forget to tell you, is $40 a day, and it holds 25,000 liters of either hay or straw. But yeah, this is the pressure washer. This is cool. This is a Karcher pressure washer, professional. It's got two different heads. I think one is like a Hotsie, one is a or no, I guess it only has one head. Those are handles. That would be kind of cool if it had one on each side. Like one is a standard pressure washer for just dirt and stuff, and then one would be a Hotsie for like really caked on crap and stuff. I use those things at work all the time. Now, before we move on, I better turn down environment volume and vehicle volume. There we go. Now this is the vehicle workshop. I use this a lot before I downloaded mods. This is where you can take any vehicle and you can customize it, change color, repair it, sell it, anything. So, to test this out, we will bring over the TLX. You just park it in front of it, and then you can see you can customize it to whatever you want. It shows you the current value, shows you the current age, current operating hours, which in this case I have 0.2 hours on it, condition, and then 100% when it's all green, 0% when it's all black. You can either sell it, get out of the menu, customize it to change any customizations you have on it, repair it, or press L3 to repaint it. And repaint it is not changing the color. Repaint is just giving it a new coat, which adds more to its value. Now this thing is a wood chipper. As you can see, once you place it, it is literally always running. It's got the belt where you put a log and it will chop it up. Now this thing will not give you it. This is just a tree remover. You place it on your ground, you put any logs in it that you don't want and you don't want to sell for money, which is just weird. But then you will, of course, it will just disappear from your world. Now, like I said, this water tank is just a, it's an aesthetic feature that allows you to buy water, because obviously in-game, there's no other way to get water. Now, all of these are in miscellaneous. The Karcher HDS 9/18-4M is $4,500 and has a $5 a day maintenance fee. The workshop is $28,000 to build, is $50 a day. The Gens HE 700 STA is $100 a day and takes trees. Water station is $5,000 and takes $5 a day maintenance fee. Now let's move on to those bunker silos. And on the way there, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit since it's a little bit longer trip. Bunker silos are where you put silage to compact and ferment, which makes a very good food for your cattle. It is one of the best foods you can have for your cattle. So as you can see, I'm just going to go into the menu and show you these. This is a very small bunker silo, but you would just take chaff, which is chopped up corn, wheat, or soybeans, or whatever, and you would bring it in here, and you'd pack it down. You just lay it down with the loading wagon, and then you'd use a leveler, or just a tractor in general, and compact it down, and it packs it, and once it gets as full as possible, you will put a very large tarp over it. And a lot of the times in real life, people will place tires literally lining the entire thing just so you can have a good seal and it ferments a lot faster. Now once you uncover it, once it is ready, it will be fermented and it will be called silage, which is a great food, like I said, for cattle. So I'm going to go into landscaping just to show you a little bit. You've got the small, medium, and gigantic, and then you've got the small doubled, medium doubled, and large doubled. Now, the prices of these are very simple. You've got the $15,000 bunker silo, which I think is insanely unrealistic for $15,000 for two huge concrete base walls on two sides. That is unrealistic to me. But yeah, it's $20 a day maintenance fee, but all these take grass or chaff. The $25,000 is the medium single, $40 a day maintenance fee. $45,000 for the large, $80 a day maintenance fee. Bunker silo small doubled is $30,000, $40 a day maintenance fee. Bunker silo medium doubled is $50,000 and $80 a day maintenance fee. And then for the grand finale, you've got the bunker silo large doubled, $90,000, $160 a day maintenance fee. Now, that is what a bunker silo is. As you can see, just the sheer size difference. You've got the small, then you've got the medium, which is absolutely gigantic. Which, as you can see, looks like just two of the smalls put together, and then you've got the absolutely enormous one that is just gigantic. I mean, it is literally the same height, I think, as the Hang on, let me see if I can jump up there. Yeah, see, it is almost the same height as the medium. It's just a lot longer. So you can fit a lot more in, especially in that doubled one back there. Now, this one, these last things, we're just going to go in the landscaping tool and fly around and show you what is next. And then afterward, I will show you the prices. These are the animal pens. You can see we've got two of each. There's 5 different types. We've got the small chicken coop. We're going to zoom in here. You can see in there you've got your you've got your one little bunker at the side there. You've got your egg laying wagon. You've got just the food and water pens or feeders. And obviously in the big one you've got 2 egg laying pens, and then you've got the big bunker on the side. Obviously you put wheat in there for your chickens. Or barley. I think they take barley. Then we move on to the cows. These are the big ones. Obviously, this is an unrealistic size. For a cow pasture, a very small cow, or like maybe 100 head of cattle, you'd probably need this entire section of ground just for those cattle. Because I don't know the exact numbers, but I know there's like a certain number of acres that a number of cattle need, or a certain one cattle needs. And then obviously you need to double that for every 2 cattle you get, you know. So if, like, say that one cow needs 10 acres for itself, 2 cows would need 20 acres, 3 cows would need 30, 4 cows would need 40, that kind of thing. But I know it's not that much. That's very exaggerated. But here you can see you've got the slurry tank right there. That's where you'd fill up slurry, and then here's where you'd have manure. So what happens is, obviously, animals have droppings. In this game, it would be pigs and cows have droppings. So the slurry would go into that tank right there where all the wood is covered up, and then the manure would go into this bunker where you just pick it up with a manure fork, and then you'd put it into a manure trailer or whatever, and then you would obviously go along your way, either sell it or use it for fertilizer. This here is the water trough. You would come in with a water tank that you would fill up from that water tank over that I showed you before. And then here is your feeder tank. This is where you would put all your food, where cows need. I think it's like silage, hay, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, here is your purchase point. You'd come here to buy your cattle. So obviously you can see you've got a small and a large. Obviously it just doubled in size. Oh, and then milk. For cows, milk is the product that it makes. So that is where you pick up the milk, which usually you just bring a tank or a modded pallet, and then you just put a pallet there and it'd fill up, and then you just take that to your sell point. And milk is actually a very good selling thing, just like eggs from chickens. And eggs come right there. That little extra spot where there's nothing, that spot is where the egg pallet boxes show up. Now this is horse pastures, very simple. It's just a fence with a little teeny shed where you walk in. There's your purchase point right there behind the shed. You've got your water trough right there. And you will be able to tell. If it has those little lines going lengthwise down the trough, that is the water. If it's just flat like that, that is food. So that is where you put your oats in for your horses. And as you can see, you've just got your small and big. Personally, I will tell you this. Personally, I think that horses are not that worth it in Farming Simulator. In real life, they are very cool. But horses are if you're only if you're into horses, because horses are very hard to take care of. Horses are when you're literally giving every second of your Farming Simulator day to the horses. Now we have pigsties. Pigsties, as you can see, are designated by the huge mud pit that show up on the ground. Here you've got your just little house for your pigs. And then you've just got your, I guess, like a plaything for the pigs. You've got your food trough there, your water trough there. You've got your purchase point there, and then of course you've got your slurry and manure pickup points there and there. And as you can see, I modified the terrain very much just so I can show you what so I can show you all of these things on a flat ground. And obviously in this case, just like with all the other pens, you've got a small and a large. Large has 2 houses for the pigs. Lastly, we've got sheep pastures. These are very cool. I love doing sheep. They're very fun animals. And I think that their pens are absolutely cool. You've got your purchase point there. You've got the wool pickup point there. Wool is another very good selling thing. Once you get your animals into a rhythm of producing product, it is a very good thing to sell. And then, of course, just like usual, you've got your water and food troughs. And then you got your small and your large. This is probably the one that doesn't look very different at all. Literally everything is just bigger. Where this, it adds a little bit, everything's bigger, it adds the house. This is another one where it's like nothing really changes, it's just extended. This one, you can see it's got an extra opening. That one only has one. And then this one, it has an extra laying cabin. But yeah, so that has been our review of the last things before just reviewing the landscaping tool and giving you a tutorial of that, which will probably be very soon. And after that, guys, remember, the Let's Play will be starting very soon. And I know Welker Farms is so far the #1 pick. I've gotten some suggestions on my comments in YouTube for Welker Farms as my Let's Play map. But I am still looking through the mod hub for a map with a low slot count and big fields and everything so I can have a very entertaining Let's Play. But please, leave it down in the comment section which map you want to see. Thank you guys for watching my review of Bigbags, Pallets, Bales, farmhouses, sheds, silos, miscellaneous structures, bunker silos, hayloft, and animal pens. I have been the Lone Wolf. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. See you later, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching.